It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 34. Right side into the hands of Adams. Jukes one defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Jets a first down. From the gun, it's Hall. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. The screen pass falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
They'll go for it. Rodgers. He finds him beyond the marker. That'll be the first and more. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Malachi Corley, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's Kavontae Turpin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back-to-back carries here. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's good for a Cowboys.
Throwing on first is Prescott. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by C.J. Mosley. And the Jets take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Here's Hall once more. And he's brought down for a loss. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They've got 3rd down well inside field goal range. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hall. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Rodgers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets parlay the interception into points. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Point after converted by Zerline. And the Jets double their lead to 14. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Turpin with a return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys pushing for points. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, Prescott. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And it sets up 2nd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Another throw for Prescott. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Quincy Williams has it. And the Jets will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Rodgers escapes the pocket. That's complete to Wilson. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Oh no, they get him yet again! Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decades since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Justin Tucker has it all teed up, and he's going to do the honors as we're off in Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Justin Madubuike making that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's on the move. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll give right side to Henry. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain, giving that tackle to Kyle Van Noy. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Escapes the pocket. No one around. He's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Out of the gun, Henry. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. This is Henry on second. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Henry will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on first down. More to come.
They'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal. They motion the slot man right. On second down, here's Henry again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Jackson has it, third and goal. From the pocket, looking for a target. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Deontay Hardy to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Working quickly here. Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time left. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Jackson now on 3rd. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens looking for a score before halftime. Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Pistol snap to Jackson. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on fourth down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on fourth.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, here's Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. It's a Baltimore touchdown! The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Jackson to throw it. On the move, headed right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
They go play fake with Jackson. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now here's Lamar. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And off we go from Denver. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
They're going. It's Nix. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Boy, Charles, that's a great response drive from the rookie quarterback. Remember, threw the pick on the previous possession. Here, he's able to lead him down and throw it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And I know from the draft analysis that this is exactly why this team wanted to take this young man. They thought his ability to bounce back from mistakes and quickly turn them into positives, that was something they wanted on their team, and we just saw evidence of it right there. This young man doesn't let anything get to him, and he finds a way to come back big.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Clock runs, less than a minute to go in an entertaining first quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Look at the big fella go. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 58 yards. And the Eagles have regained the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down. Now, I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
1st down, and they stick with Gibbs. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
I'm not sure if there is anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage? They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and Tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Lions 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. And this is not going to get it done. Not even close to picking up the 1st down. Turn it over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
A pistol snap back to Hurts. No chance at all. He'll go down. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Hurts working in the pistol. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a give to Gibbs, running right. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A run here with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They get 18 on that one. First down, Detroit.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They hand it to Gibbs. And the Lions are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line. Here's Gibbs. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. And now they want to show they mean business here. Offense going to remain out there and try for 2. Throwing here is Goff. And that is incomplete. See if that comes back to bite them a bit later on in this one. As for now, it remains a 6-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Kenneth Gainwell going to bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Handoff, Gibbs running left. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Lions 1st down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And a short pickup down inside the 10. On the ground, this is Gibbs. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Lions 6, Eagles nothing.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the 3rd. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. The big lineman, Aleem McNeil, ends the play there. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make...
That is caught by the tight end. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but
he slams it in there, and he is in. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, Eagles. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 14-6 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. Down the sideline. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try. He'll look to throw. That's going to be intercepted. He gets free. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Into the secondary, past the 40. Saquon Barkley. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will extend this third-quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point try.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Eagles 23, Lions 18.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return from the end zone, here's Britton Covey. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley.
Number 26,
Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
What I loved most about this was just the ability of the quarterback, Mike, to so quickly go through his progression. You see early on at the top of his drop, his eyes are downfield. Quickly realizes there's not a lot of opportunities downfield. Check it down to your back and see if he can pick up the rest after the catch and move the chains with his legs.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's caught left side by Goddard. And this takes him into the... Brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
2nd and 7. Once again, it's Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up 3rd down. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans, we have to battle the roadways. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.